Hello, everybody, and welcome back. So, today we have a case that has, I've said this so many times already, how I've lost pre filmed videos, my research that I did. This is one of those cases that was already researched, ready to go, and then I ended up losing it. And this is the case of Loida Wideman. So, I am very excited to tell you guys about her case today. And just real quick, if you hear any noises, that is my dog probably thumping around. She's not feeling the best today, so you might hear some weird noises. I apologize. She's just sitting next to me and wants some company, so I'm sorry if you hear any weird noises. But, anyways, let's go ahead and get in this. All the links I used to research will be down below, like always. And yeah. So, Loida, a mom of three, she is from Hawaii. She's described as responsible in regards to her children and work. I don't know much about her because I couldn't really find much information about who she was as a person. But I do have some quotes from her children. A quote from Cairo, her son. He says, "I miss her and I wish she would come home to have fun with us and love us." End quote. And then from Khalif, her other son, he says, "Yeah, we still have hope in us to pray that she's still alive somewhere safe, or at least she's somewhere hiding away. That's what we hope for." End quote. So Loida was last seen leaving her residence at 9:30 p.m. in, I'm so sorry, I might pronounce this wrong. I'm going to pause this, try to pronounce it, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so her residence at 9:30 p.m. in Waipahu in Honolulu, Hawaii. I am so sorry if that is pronounced wrong. So that was on May 13th, 2012, and she was driving her gold 2003 Saturn Ion with a Hawaii license plate NBN186. She was en route to her job as a nurse's aide at a care home, but she never arrived and was never heard from again. 4 days after she disappeared, her car was found abandoned on Lenua Avenue near First Street in Pearl City, Hawaii, several miles from her home. A bloodhound traced Loida's scent from the car down a well-traveled bike path to some dumpsters, which police searched, but nothing was found. Loida's ex-husband, Reginald Wideman, has a criminal past, and he was convicted of multiple offenses in the 1980s. And I'm telling you this because in 1988, he was convicted of an attempted murder charge stemming from a 1985 incident where he broke into a woman's apartment and injured her with a knife. He got a prison sentence and was paroled in 1997, but in 2007 he was sent back to prison for violating the conditions of the release. He had visited the Philippines without permission from his parole officer. So Loida filed for divorce in 2008. She got custody of the children and lived with him and her mother. In 2010, Lionel was paroled again. He was questioned about his ex-wife's disappearance and was supposed to inform his parole officer of this, but he failed to do so, and that constituted a parole violation, his second since 2010. In 2011, a woman accused him of sexually assaulting her, and he failed to tell his parole officer about this. So he's just failing to tell his parole officer about a lot of things. He was arrested 5 days after Loida's disappearance and sent to prison for the parole violations, but police state that Lionel wasn't a suspect in her case. Loida hasn't used her credit cards since she disappeared, and there's no evidence that she left Hawaii, and the case is considered suspicious. So because we haven't found a body and she is still considered missing, I do have a description for you. She was 39 years old at the time, about 5'2", 135 pounds, of Asian descent with black hair and brown eyes, specifically Filipino descent. And she did have pierced ears. Anybody with any information is urged to contact the Honolulu Crime Stoppers at 808-955-8300. And that is basically all that I could find for you guys about Loida Wideman. This is just so wild to me that Lionel wasn't a suspect in her case. I'm not sure exactly when she met or started dating Lionel. I'm not sure if she knew before she met him or if it was part of the reason why maybe she divorced him. I'm not entirely sure. I really couldn't find anything about that, but it's just weird to me that he was convicted of attempted murder. He sexually assaulted a woman, and he's just not considered a suspect in this case because, they usually say, like, your spouse is the first person they consider. It's just weird that, he got paroled in 2010. 2 years later, his ex-wife is missing. I feel like he has to know something. Now, there's always that chance that it's completely random and that she maybe just met the wrong person on the wrong day and they did something to her. I don't think she would just walk away from her children because everybody said that she was responsible in taking care of her children and her work. So it doesn't seem like something that she would just do. But we don't know. But I just want to put her face and her name out there, and maybe somebody knows something and they'll call that Crime Stoppers hotline number, and we can finally get some progress in this case because, as far as I could tell, there's been no updates since. So let me know down below, what do you guys think happened to Loida? Thank you so much for listening to Loida's story, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye, guys.